Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do after you receive your new Flex+Matic can, it'll look like this. It has a hole in the front for the toggle switch. You want to get a size 2 Phillips head screwdriver and a size 9/16 wrench. The next thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your machine is unplugged. You're going to lift the table, sliding the table lock up. You're going to wiggle the 2 dispensing plates out of the machine. Then you're going to want to take out the 4 silver screws that hold in the front can. Then, once this is unscrewed, the next thing you're going to want to do is slide your can out. And this is one of the main problems we had with these. That's why we've redesigned the board. As you can see here, this subboard wire was already pushed up at an angle, which can cause you lots of problems. So what you're going to want to do is take your 9/16 wrench and loosen the nut that's on your toggle switch here. And take your on-off plate. You don't want to lose those 2 things. Push that into the inside of the can. It'll come out just like this. Then you're going to pan on this side. So then the next thing you're going to want to do is take out these 3 plugs. They will be marked with different letters, and that will be easier for you to plug in your new circuit board. Sorry, I'm going to unplug the 6 plug here. There's a little plastic tab on here. You're going to press that in and pull up. Just like that. So then this can is now removed. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take these 3 plugs here. You can see behind the plug there it says presence, edge, and HS. So that's going to be your P on your 3 wires here. You'll have one with an E on it, one with a P, and one with an L. So what you're going to do is plug in your E labeled wire to the edge, in the middle, which is in the center, and then you're going to have your L labeled. It goes to the HS because we used to use it as a label sensor, and now it's called a hold switch. So that's going to be going in there. Then you're going to plug your P labeled wire into your presence, which is on the very far left side. Then you're going to take your toggle, your 6 plug here, and plug that in. I know you can't see that in the video very well, but you can see that plugged in there. You're going to bring this around and put this in your front slot here with the groove facing down. So as you can see, I have the groove facing to the back, so I'm going to rotate that down. You put your plate on there, so it's like a light switch, on to the top, off to the bottom, and that'll be toward the bottom as soon as I put the can back on the machine properly. Tighten your nut down here. What you want to do to tighten this down is hold it with your right hand on the inside of the can. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, but you hold it with your fingers here, and then you're going to take your wrench and tighten that down in the front, just so your toggle does not come loose. And you just give it snug. It doesn't have to be overly tight. Then you're going to make sure that none of your wires, when you go on your fan, you want to make sure that all that's tucked in real nice. See how it's staying up and away from the fan. You don't want anything to get pinched as you slide this on. It'll slide on much easier than the old style of can. Put your 4 screws back in. You want to make sure that your taper head screws are in the tapered slots and the countersunk slots. It's always easiest to start one and then put the others in. And you just snug those down. You don't want to over tighten them. You might have to slide your label sensor out of the way just to get the right angle on your can screw. I have an extended screwdriver here, which is not offering me much help, but let's see if I can get this in here for just a second. Sorry. There we go.
What came in? 11 rollers.
Okay, so what you're going to do after you've moved if you do move your label sensor, this is the way to readjust it. Just to be safe, you want to go ahead and put your tables back in after you get all 4 screws in there. You pull the table lock up, slide the table in to the left, and then it's down, and it goes into the little groove. Make sure your table lock comes back down. You want to make sure that your label sensor here, you have your thumb screw tightened in the back, and you want to bring that up till it just does touch the dispensing plate on either side of the groove. And you're done.